we have a biased dice whose probabilities are as shown for landing on the different faces. So what we need to remember is that the probabilities in a given situation, the total probabilities add up to 1, the total of the probabilities. So if the probability of landing on the faces except the 3 are as shown, then if I add up the probabilities of landing on all of the faces, they need to add up to 1. So I'm going to add up the probabilities that we know. And if I do that, that will give me 0.88. Now remember, all of the probabilities in total need to add up to 1. So to find the missing probability, I'm going to subtract 0.88 from 1, which will give me 0.12. And that is the probability that I get a 3 on this biased dice. Now, the biased dice is rolled 300 times. So what I can consider is if I want to work out how many times it will land on 3 or 4, we need to remember that in maths, or means plus. So the probability of getting a 3 or a 4 is the probability we get a 3 plus the probability we get a 4. Now, the probability of getting a 3 is 0.12, as we worked out, and the probability of getting a 4 is 0.21. So if I add those up, I get 0.33. Right, so that's the chance that we get a 3 or a 4. Now, what we want to do is work out if we roll the dice 300 times, how many times we would get a 3 or a 4. To do that, what I'm going to do is remember that the expected number of successes equals the probability of success all times by the number of trials. So all that means is the chance that I get a 3 or a 4 is 0.33. The number of trials, the number of times I'm rolling the dice is 300. So to work out the number of times I would expect to get a 3 or a 4, I times 0.33 times 300, which gives me 99. So that's how many times I would expect to get a 3 or a 4.